Hey everybody, it's December 27th, 2013, and I can't think of anything better to do today than talk about one of my favorite films of all time. So today's the day we're finally gonna review First Blood, the 1982 theatrical cut. But first and foremost, we're gonna take a look at the intended Lost 3-hour director's cut. You know, the lost and fabled version. And even though there is no, I guess, well, not that I know of, any work print or anything on the sort like that, we're just going to take a look into what if there were one, or how would you say, what could have been, maybe what the burn cut of the film would look like. And I say that because apparently at a screening where they went over all the footage and everything, the movie came into almost 3 hours long, I believe the story is. And Sly was so disappointed with his dialogue and stuff that they cut the film down almost to half the size. And there was a lot of stuff that was deleted, but in the end, with the alternate ending, what that could have felt like. So I'm going to separate the two. I'm going to separate the First Blood 82 theatrical for the next set of episodes, and we're going to take a look at the original intention in these few videos or episodes. I'm not gonna do a whole review of what the whole movie would look like, because I'm also doing the First Blood review, so it's right after this, so it's gonna that's gonna cover that whole movie. But what I will do is I will bring up some of this stuff, or what I'm guessing is most of the stuff that we didn't see in First Blood. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the scenes that didn't make the movie. We're going to talk about the outtakes from the movie, like the stuff on the DVD. We're going to talk about a ton of discovered television scenes to replace the violence that was found by Herb Atio and put on YouTube, as well as maybe some of the other scenes we've heard of through commentaries and various documentaries that there is no footage to be seen, as well as what some of the dialogue could have been like. So yeah, I'm psyched. This is gonna be fun. I made some notes for this, but after looking down at my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages of notes just with this intro. I've thought of maybe 5 other pages of stuff I could have wrote. So let's do this. Okay, here we go. Now, if you have seen the work print, I have not, unfortunately. But due to newly discovered footage, maybe we can get a better look at what could have been, by piecing together the rough and jagged edges of deleted scenes and additional televised footage to cover the missing links and time span. So, thank you for your time and patience to arrive at this episode. But if you take note, the number as an indicator, you will see that we do indeed have a long road till the end of the series. Though we're many moons of episodes in, we're merely scratching the surface. It's the beginning, and we're just getting started. And now before I do, I just want to dedicate this special milestone episode to a good friend and member of our family, Mr. Stefan Guy, who recently passed. And this morning, I was at the wake, and it's been a pretty hard day. And my love just goes out to the family involved, and we love you, and you were very special. A good memory of him that ties into this is that we had once watched, First Blood, the theatrical cut in French together, and it was really good. So it's just a really great memory. So it seems fit to finish and dedicate this in memory of him, and our experiences together. I will never forget them or him. He was just a really great guy. So it just seems a positive note to finish today with this video, because it helps me remember some of the good times we had. And I guess it goes to show that life isn't always fair, and anyway, it's my birthday today. I made it to 34, and I just want to thank God for that. And funny story to light the mood is, last year I thought I was 34, but I was actually 33. And somehow within the last 4 years, I had become mixed up. So I want to take a second to thank my girlfriend Melissa for pointing that out to me, so that today I don't have to lie to you and say that I'm 35. So tonight's topic then was, the 3-hour director's cut. So let's take a gander at what it could have possibly looked like today. Because yes, there was a lost 3-hour cut of this wonderful film. And after all this time, I would still love to see it, because every fan I asked said they would love to see it. And I just think it would still make for a really cool viewing experience. Being a fan, it's just one of those things that if I ever watched it, I'm sure I would just be blown away. I'm sure I would love it just as much, even though maybe in the beginning they were shy to reveal that side of the film. But just like Rocky V, like the director's cut work print, it's not great. It looks pretty bad, but it's a whole new dimension of the movie, and I think it's just wonderful. It's really up there with the theatrical cut of Rocky V, and at certain moments it surpasses it. It's really surprising. Go back and watch that work print, because totally different than the film. A lot of the same scenes, but same scenes acted out differently, and they really pushed for a harsher side of Rocky. It's painful to watch, yes, but when you see the direction they're going for by the end, you'll understand why it's like that. And if they would have killed them off like they were going to, wow, it would have been amazing. It would have been amazing. I would love to see a version of that. We're actually going to do a documentary soon, probably this summer or this spring, about the Rocky V director's cut. Documentary is going to be called Dogfight, so look out for that. And we're going to explore what could have been if they would have really killed Rocky off back in the early 90s. But tonight we're going to take a look at what it would be like if they really killed Rambo off right at the beginning, right when they set him loose. So, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Okay. I guess, I've spent enough time blabbing. Let's get into the topic at hand. Because it would have made for a brilliant standalone film, artistically, politically, whatever. It would have been great to see like an extended cut with like the alternate ending and the original ending, and adds a lot more dimension. So let's take a look at the fragmentation of what could have been. And to be fair, First Blood is the 82 theatrical cut is a brilliant standalone movie. Like, if they were to stop there, it still would have been a classic. It still would have, it still would have been really highly appreciated and highly held. But anyway, I'm sure fans would have thought, well, today, if you gave it to them today, it's probably be just the same thrilling kind of ride as the first one. Yeah, and that first one is great because, as Steph would say, it was the best in the West. Now, notably, the story goes that all Stallone's dialogue was taken out, and apparently it was for good cause. And about an hour of the early hunting footage was also been known that it was taken out. I'm thinking back to Stallone's Easy Walker jokes included that he talks about in the documentary. And sorry, folks, for sounding a little nostalgic now, but I remember back to watching that movie in French and asking Stefan why at the end of French movies they never put the name of the voiceover actor. They always just have the regular actor from their own language in it, and I thought that was unfair. And anyway, I just want to correct myself, he actually did say it was the best in the West. So, it's a classic. And God loves the classics, as do we all. But yeah, if anyone knows why they do that, why they cut out, why they don't add the French actor doing the voice acting during the credits, let me know, because that's something I would really like to know. So, moving on. In regards to the first one, actually his exact words were, who cares? It's a classic, the best in the West. Anyway, yeah, so getting back to the episode, sorry. I tend to get carried away when I'm talking to myself. But yeah, that's just a really great memory. And love you, Steph. Let's continue. And stupid me, in my awe, I was sidetracked from telling you the reason why I was calling it this cut, the burn cut, is because Stallone, in the end, wanted to buy the movie back and burn it. Well, I tend to differ. I think it would have made for better things. Movie Hall of Fame, perhaps? Anyone? Yes. And that's how we get 15-minute introductions or episodes on their own, just to get into the episode and the review, or the review section of the episode. So, yeah. Moving on.